Let's construct our first Power BI report. So if you can open this file, SP500 daily return 2023 Scratch. So this is going to be a blank Power BI file. Okay. So you see here is a page 1. That's just a blank report. Okay. We'll build different kind of charts here. So you learn how to do this construction of different variables. The first variable we're going to use is going to be using data here. All right. Well, if you check the data pane, you see different data sets already here. All right. Later, we'll learn how to load data into Power BI. Now the data is already loaded. Okay, and some of the fields are already kind of constructed. We'll learn how to load data and construct certain fields later. For now, just use the existing data sets to construct variables. So if you expand the daily data set by clicking on this arrow here, you will see all the data fields contained in the daily data set. Okay, so to construct our first report, let's check on this field, monthly rate C. That's basically monthly return. Okay, once you check this field, you see already a bar chart shows here. Okay, kind of magical. Well, let's check another field called security. So basically here we wanna show the monthly return for each security. All right, so here we have this bar chart. Okay, so at the bottom, the x-axis, we see different securities, and the height of the bar shows the return of different securities. Because it's hard to read this, right? You want to read the security names probably horizontally, all right? So you want to probably change the direction of this chart. So if you click on the chart, and if you go to the visualizations here, the visualizations pane, build variable, okay, you will see kind of different types of variables you can utilize. And one of them is already clicked on. Okay, this one is clicked on. It's called clustered column chart. Okay, so basically by default, Power BI somehow used this clustered column chart to construct variable for us for this monthly return for different securities. Of course, you can change the format you want to use. So now let's go to change it to this stacked bar chart, the very first one at the top row. Okay, click on this one. Now the variable changed to a bar chart. All right. Now the securities names are shown horizontally, so it's much easier to read. Okay. And you can also check here. Okay, you can sort the axis. Now the chart is sorted according to the month to the return. The greatest return will be shown at the top. So that's the stock which has the highest return. Okay. You want, for example, you want to sort it according to security. Okay. Well, of course, you probably want to sort by ascending order instead of descending. Okay. Now you have all the securities sorted according to their names. Okay. So now the return is kind of, fluctuating because we're not sorting according to the magnitude of return. So let's now notice another thing. Well, let's actually go back to sort it by the sum of returns. Ascending. Okay, so now take a look here. Visualizations, build variable. Y-axis is security. X-axis, notice the name. It's a sum of monthly return. So if you click on this arrow here, there's different ways to summarize the monthly return. Okay, so monthly return is a field which records the monthly return of each stock. However, remember here in this chart, we do not specify what time period, which months, okay, which months of a year we want to summarize. Okay, so basically this variable takes into consideration all the months. existing in our data. All right. So it basically sums up each month's return over time and then give you a chart showing this summation of monthly returns. This actually doesn't make much sense because, for example, you're earning 5% return this month. Next month you earn 10%. You don't just add them up to see how much you earn over time. Okay, taking an average of the monthly return perhaps make more sense here. So although Power BI is kind of smart to give you a default setting of doing summation, we actually want to choose the average here. So you click on this average. All right. Now we're showing average monthly return for each stock. Okay, averaged over all the months in the data set. Okay. So that's pretty much our first view. Of course, you can do some house cleaning. All right. Because, well, this name looks weird, right? Monthly rate underscore C. So you want to show, excuse me, you want to show a cleaner presentation to your audience. Okay, so you can do the following. You go to, again here, x-axis, you right click it, and you can do a rename for this view. Okay, basically you can type in a different name to be presented in the view. The underlying data field, the monthly rate underscore C, that will not be changed. Okay, the underlying name will not be changed. Only the presented name on the view will be changed. So I'll just type monthly return. Okay, I'm going to ignore the average. I'm going to make the name looks more user friendly. All right, so enter, press enter. Then you see now the view has also changed its title. Okay, monthly return by security. Well, that's pretty much your first view. Looks nice, huh?